What are we making today, guys?
Sugar cookies.
Rolled out sugar cookies.
Why are we doing this?
It's getting close to
Just-
Christmas.
And
Okay.
we're selling them.
Getting close.
Who here likes sugar cookies? All right. How many people actually make them on a regular basis? Okay. So you've made them before.
On Christmas.
Anybody ever do any decorating on Christmas? Do some fun stuff like get some and do that. Okay. So
The first time.
hopefully this will be fun. We're going to show you a couple tricks, a couple secrets, how to do this well. I know this is Mrs. S's favorite time of year, so if you're overworked with her, she's going to be especially happy.
You'll all be great,
Yep.
I promise.
So, all right. So going through the recipe, you guys know this part. What's the first thing I got?
Except for flour.
Well, no, the first thing I got is butter, right?
1 cup butter and margarine.
I need a volunteer. Dominic, come here. Hey, give me a couple. Make it go faster. All right, I got my egg.
Spoon. Thank you.
All right, I got my egg. Vanilla. How do we do vanilla?
1 teaspoon vanilla.
Of vanilla.
How much?
But you gotta make it bubble.
1 teaspoon, right? How do we know when the teaspoon's full again?
When it is a bubble.
When it's a bubble, you guys got it. Geniuses, right?
Yep.
Is there a bubble? I can't see it.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Put it in there. Why do I put it in the cup?
So it don't spill.
Doesn't spill. Good.
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of.
Baking soda.
Is it important to get the right thing here?
Yeah.
Yes. It's so important that you're paying attention and absolutely get the proper one. Now, we can do this one of 2 ways. I can either make one.
Or 2.
I can make one and drop it in here and get another one.
Yeah.
Or I can dump it out and do it again. If there's not enough
Material.
teaspoons. Both those work, right? All right. We gotta do what with the flour?
Sift it.
Yeah. You don't have to do this with your measuring cups. I see you guys all do this. I just do it because I think it's quicker, but. Don't have butter yet?
Almost.
I can use all this down here, right? Because it's all been sifted. What do I do with this extra? Yep. All pretty basic stuff. But this is stuff that, remember, that are doing the cookie evaluation, this is going to be important. Make sure you clean as you go. So get those 3s all the way across the board. All right. Thank you. Got my butter. All right, what would I do with these ingredients next?
Put them up. You do the sugar.
Oh, I didn't do the sugar yet. Well, after I did the sugar, what would I do with them?
And then you put the oven in.
Get it checked. Yep, we're gonna get it checked. Somebody want to check it?
I will.
All right, come on up. Quick look at it.
It's good in the same thing.
I gotta grab a couple things anyway.
Flour. Sugar. You good?
All right. So for this, guys, we're going to allow you guys to use the mixer. We got 2 types of mixers. You don't have to use the mixers, but it's much easier if you do.
I'm gonna put up.
Now, you may have to share when you're going through these. I know I've talked about this one before, but I want to go over it real quick. This one I think is a lot easier. This is a lot lighter to use. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. So, if you see the little red, or I'm sorry, the black handle on the side, black little thing, you just flip that, and it should allow it to go up to release, and that's how you put it in and out, just like that. You're going to grab the bucket or the bowl with the flat bottom on it. Anybody know what this thing is called?
The thing that spin around.
What does it look like?
Okay.
If you were on a boat, what would you call it?
A paddle.
Paddle, yep. This is called a paddle. So we also have a couple other things, but we're not going to worry about that. What letter do you guys see on this?
K.
K. So the K goes with this. I'm not sure why, because I don't know the doesn't start with a K. But the K goes with it, and you can look. It has a long piece in the back. There's two things that stick out. What you do is you slide it up, you turn it into place, and then just kind of let it drop, and it should just sit there. It's a little bit loose, but it'll be sitting in place when you use it. Yeah.
Oh, can you kind of move that mirror a little bit because I can't really see. Oh, thank you.
When you guys use these, I talked about this before, these are, they're a lot more powerful than they look. And I've said this, if you do get a finger something there, it'll break the finger just like that. It won't even slow down. So it's not discriminative, it'll hurt whoever does it, so we need to be smart and treat these with respect, okay? Be safe when you do use them. Before we get them, before you plug them in, you'll get them all set up like what you're doing, and I'll show you how that one works. This one I want to talk about, this one's much heavier. If you carry this one around, carry it by the top, because the bottom is awkward and tough to get. Even some of you that don't feel like you're as strong, you can use your arm underneath to carry this around where it goes, okay? The way this one works,
Especially getting it off the shelf, just so if you're not really tall, even I have a hard time, so I mean, that's a little help if it's on a top shelf.
yep. This top does not flip up. This bracket slides up and down. So what we do is we grab the bowl that doesn't have the flat bottom, and you'll notice this, I don't know, dimple, nipple, whatever you want to call it, runs kind of straight up and straight down. So you'll put these two on the side and then kind of push that into place to get it in. Put the two on the side, and then you can just hear it click when I push it down. This is the paddle that we use for this. This piece is broke off, but it's got a little thing that sticks out of it. Same type of design, only a little bit backwards. This time you slide it in there, you go up, and then you turn it, and it should just rest on there the same as that one, okay? So if you do use this one, when you change the gears on it, you need to stop it. Anybody taking driver's ed yet?
No.
No? Okay. Would anybody get in a car and start off driving forward and throw it in reverse?
No.
No, that'd be bad, right? That's the same type of thing with this one. When this is going, you don't just move the gears. You got to stop it to do the gears. So this handle goes over the top of the number that you want. 1 is the smallest, and this one doesn't work. This is one of my bad ones.
It's not a meat grind apart.
Huh?
The part's moving, it's not hard.
All right, well, we won't be using this one, but you guys understand. You put it in here, you stop it before you switch it, okay? Make sense? All right. Move this one out of the way. Okay. So let's read the recipe, and how do we do this? So what's the first thing it says?
In a small bowl, combine flour, baking powder.
Right after preheat oven?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to preheat it. It says 400. What do we preheat it to?
350.
350. We drop it by 50 degrees. You're exactly right. Okay. So now in a small bowl, we're going to combine my flour
Yeah, and baking powder.
and baking powder. I just want to stir that up, make sure it's stirred up. Okay, what next?
In the middle
Medium
of
low, cream together with butter and
vanilla
sugar.
sugar.
Okay, we've creamed before, right? When do we cream it? When do we do creaming?
We'll make your cookies.
Yep, and what else did we do? We did creaming too, with something else this year. Remember?
With that one thing you gotta go back and forth.
We did cookies, there was something else, and I can't think of it.
Biscuit.
I can't either, I think.
I remember showing you guys that. Okay, when we cream it together, what will it look like when it's creamed together? Will it be noticeable? I'll be able to tell the difference between the sugar and the butter?
No.
No.
No, it's all gonna be one. I'm gonna start on what? Before I go, should I start on high or low?
Medium.
Yeah, start on low, because if it flies up, you don't want that mess, right? Now, if you can see, I've got butter stuck to this paddle. Can I stick this in here while it's moving?
No.
No, that'd be pretty stupid, wouldn't it? Just after I told you how it is more powerful than it looks, even when it's going slow. Still stuck on here because it's a little cold. Now I can turn this up. I wouldn't go past 5. I don't think you need to necessarily go past 5, but you need to make sure that you cream it really well. If you don't cream it, what does creaming do? Who remembers? Nobody? Why do we cream? Why is it important? Sage?
Because it gives it a different flavor.
Not a different flavor, it does something else. Joanne, or Jasmine?
It makes it soft or something.
It adds air
Oh, yeah, that.
for lightness, and it also gets everything mixed real well together. So it's a little more moist when we do it. Anybody like hard cookies? No. What's next step?
Add the egg and vinegar and vanilla.
All right. Should I break this egg and drop it in there?
No,
No, what should I do?
stop.
And add the egg.
Do what?
Crack it, then crack the egg and put it in the bun, then put it in.
All right, how many people use the side of something to crack their eggs?
Then
A lot of you, and that's fine, but what happens is when you use the side of something, a lot of times it'll push the egg in, and that's how you get your little shards. It's actually better to do it on a flat surface if you can. Seems to be a little more helpful and keep your egg yolk clean and your shells out of it. So I checked it, I can add it. Said to add my vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Am I gonna start this on high again, or what it was?
Low.
Turn it down, right? I can turn it up. Does this look mixed up?
no. No.
Still not there yet. Notice I have a bunch of butter on the sides. What am I gonna do with that?
You scrape
You gotta scrape it
I'm
down.
gonna get that out, because I want all that mixed in, don't I?
Yeah.
This is important that we do a good job with this. Last year, it wasn't getting mixed real well, and we had some issues with our cookies, right, Miss S?
We did, and the frosting part, we'll go over that again.
All right. All right, is it a little creamed and mixed well?
Yes.
Yeah, that should work, right? Okay, what's next?
Next, serve
Stir
in
flour mixture, mix well.
Okay, so dump it all in and start on high?
No,
no.
Alright. So I can add a little bit at a time. I'm gonna add about half of it. Notice I'm using a spoon because I think it's a little easier than trying to tilt the bowl up there. Turn this down. I'll get it mixed in. When you get done, you're gonna see a smooth look to your cookie. And I'll show you that in just a minute, because I want to scrape the side again. Maybe.
It always seems to want to stick extra with those sugar cookies.
I don't, listen, I don't like to do that.
Messing with me. And if it comes off, it's not a big deal. Just put it back on. You can see it's kind of loose. It's not like super tight in there. Okay, so as you guys can see, I spent a decent amount of time mixing, using the mixer, right? Maybe even longer than it takes me to do my chocolate chip. Let's just see what this kind of looks like. You see how it kind of looks a little bit almost smooth
Yeah.
on there? That's kind of what we're going for. You want to make sure it's mixed real well. This, what I just showed you is the easy part. You guys could all do this right away, no problem. Because what you just did, you've done 100 times, right? All right, this time I'm actually going to get rid of this. Now we're going to do what we did with the pies. We're going to roll it out. So, feel this, Alan. Here, catch. Nice catch. Is that sticky? What's going to happen if I put that on the table and start rolling it out?
It's gonna get stuck.
It's going to stick to the table, right?
So there's a flour on it.
Yes, we're going to put a little bit of flour. Over here, we're going to put a ton of flour on the table.
No, sprinkle it like a little bit of snow.
We just want just a light amount, right? Because more flour, what we'll do to our cookies. Yeah, it'll dry it out more. We don't want it to be dried out. All right, I'm gonna clear a spot, make sure it's nice and clean for me to work. Grab a little bit of my flour, sprinkle it real lightly, just like a light
Hey, it's snowing.
layer, right? Everybody can see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna take my cookie dough. You can use your hand or you can use your ladle, either one. See how it's nice and sticky, sticks together. Is this good?
No.
No, there's still a bunch in there. We're wasting. We want to get out as many as we can, especially if we want to have Christmas cookies left over for our pizza party, right? Okay,
Or to buy, we've had several questions about that.
yeah, so we want to make sure and use as much out of here as we possibly can. Okay, so looking at this, what's the next step?
Oh, on the flat surface, roll out roll out dough to 1/8 thick.
Show me what 1/8 of an inch is. Ooh, good guess. Anybody else? I see a lot, I don't know. Thumbs. Nobody can just show me like this. They're showing me with their fingers. We did this with the pie, with the biscuit dough.
Yeah.
All right, we're cooks. We don't care what 1/8 of an inch is.
This.
If we did, we would go over to manufacturing, right? Because they care about how short things are. These little cheats. Guess how thick these are?
1/8.
1/8 of an inch. You got it. You guys are geniuses. I'm going to put these on the side. These are designed so that when my rolling pin goes across this, we can bring this down to this size and we know we have the right shape. Do these work if they're too far apart? Does that work?
No.
If one's on there, does that work?
No.
It's both of them have to touch, right, when we're doing this. So pay attention to that when you're doing it. I notice people, for some reason, tend to get away from that. Put just a touch on the top. What do I do with my rolling pin?
Put flour on it.
Flour it up. I'm going to start in the middle, work my way out.
Maybe we should put tape on there.
Tape on what? Oh. Well, I don't want them stuck to the table because they're going to move around, though. Not a
You'll
terrible
need to
idea.
adjust them.
Yeah, I want to be able to adjust them and move them because I might move them up here to get this. I want to move them back down here. But it's not a bad idea. Does it matter? Does it look like it matters if this is long? No. I don't really care what the shape is, do I?
Yeah.
Not right now. Not like other things. Would you want a pizza crust to be this shape?
No.
No. That'd be crazy.
I like made pizza.
You do?
Yep.
Well, you can make pizza crust at home that shape then. You're more than welcome. And notice when I'm going up here, you want to try to start at one end and work it down so you don't get the little wrinkles as you go through. If it starts to stick, keep flouring your rolling pin. All right. What do we think? Am I at an 1/8 inch?
Yep.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is a little tricky right in here. All these shapes are okay?
Yep.
All right. So Miss S has picked out, hand-picked out different shapes for us to use. What do we do with our parchment paper?
Put it on the pan.
Put it on the pan. That way it doesn't stick. These will be a little bit sticky, even though I put a little bit of flour on there. The number one enemy, the number one thing that'll mess these up and not make them beautiful is our fingers. If we're touching with our fingerprints, they'll get shiny little pieces on it and it just won't look as good. So we want to do as little touching the product as we possibly can. Where'd my flour go? I'm going to take a shape. I'm going to put it in what first?
Flour.
Why?
Because it'll stick.
So it doesn't stick. Am I going to just start in the middle?
No.
Why not?
Because that's a bad thing. That's not.
Okay, it's a bad thing, but why is it a bad thing?
Because you always start from the sides.
I
and
want
work
to
your way up.
I want to try to get out as many as I can on here. So I want to be as close as I possibly can. Without, because if I start in the middle and I try to work my way out, can I get real close?
No.
Maybe, maybe not. But I want to get as many as out because I don't want to keep re-rolling this dough because every time I do, it starts to get a little more dry and not taste as good. And nobody wants to bring cookies home to their grandma that doesn't taste good, do you?
No.
No. We all want grandma to be happy.
Yes, she's happy with that pie.
All right. We go all the way around and pull this off. Now, this is a tricky part. What are these called again?
Spatulas.
Spatulas. We can call them pancake flippers, either one. We're going to try to use these to get those off. Sometimes it's nice to have two. When you do this, flour them before you go at it.
It'll stick.
Yep, they tend to stick to this too. It's not just the table. So I ripped off what I need. I'm just gonna lightly slide it right under there. And maybe use another one, try to get it off. Because I don't wanna use my what?
Hands.
Fingers. I wanna keep my fingers off as much as I can. When you're doing this, guys. So, this makes sense, what we're doing? Pretty easy stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one last thing that you need, or there's a couple things I want to go over. When you guys do your sheet pan, please do one full sheet pan of all the same shapes. That doesn't mean you have to do the same shapes all day, but I want one full sheet pan of shapes. So don't do Christmas trees and candy canes on the same sheet pan, okay? It'll be much easier for our decorating people if it's all the same, okay?
Yeah.
You can share, if you got two people doing trees or something like that, that's okay. You can share doing that. That's fine. The next thing is, sorry, you can turn it off. The next thing is